Hi, I'm Kristen Fitch with Ziggity Zoom, and we are going to be talking today about Junior Achievements, Be a Technology Entrepreneur, Lesson 6 on Ethics. I'm here today with Dyanne Walker with WebTex, which is a web application development company. And I would love for you to tell us a little bit about your company and your experiences in the entrepreneurial area.
Okay. Well, basically, I started the company 14 years ago with my husband, and we are a consulting and application software development firm. We help businesses solve problems and improve processes using technology. An example of something that we did recently was build a system for Comcast, who was launching an initiative to provide free internet to people who might not otherwise have access to it. And they were looking at hiring hundreds of people to support this initiative, and we built a system for them that allowed them to sign up 500,000 people in 2 months, and less than 20 people are needed to operate it, and save them hundreds of thousands of dollars in call center costs alone.
Wow. So today we're going to be talking about ethics, and what would you like to share with the students that are going through the Junior Achievement Be a Tech Entrepreneur program?
Well, the lesson is ethics, which is basically the standards used to determine what's good, right, and proper. And the lesson will also show you how to anticipate ethical dilemmas and consider the consequences of your decisions and how to kind of make the right choice. As an entrepreneur, we have a social responsibility to our stakeholders to run our businesses ethically.
And who would we consider our stakeholders? So a lot of the students are obviously, this is probably new to them, considering being an entrepreneur. So let's talk about who are their stakeholders. Who do we have to be, have the responsibility to as far as how we operate?
Well, I think when you first think about business ethics, your first thought would be your customers. But it's not just your customers, it would be your employees and your customers and your vendors and anyone that you do business with.
And did you have an example you wanted to share with us that your company's had to deal with an ethical dilemma?
Actually, I do. Last year we were hired by a company, rather large company, well known, to build some systems for them, and we brought in some resources from outside, some subcontractors, and realized a couple months into the process that they were not developing the system to our standards. So we brought the project back in-house, and we're kind of faced with, okay, do we issue a change order and try to get more money out of the client even though they've already paid for this phase of development, or do we fix it? And we chose to fix it, and obviously it cost us tens of thousands of dollars, and ultimately we lost the client, but we made the right decision, we did the right thing.
Right, and you could sleep better at night knowing that you made the right choice for your business.
Right.
That's a great example. So to kind of piggyback on that, another question would be, today, so many people, especially, there's so much media, and celebrity issues going on that I think often people think, oh, this would make us money. This would be a great idea. But what's the risk that can happen when we look at, the buck, the mighty buck versus, being a need or a product that, a customer needs or wants? Any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's to me that the example that I had of us was an easy choice to make. But a lot of times you make decisions and you don't realize what's going to happen, and you might have to change the path later to make sure that you're doing the ethical thing. I think it's so important, especially in a community where you're a small company and everyone knows you or has heard of you, and name recognition. It's just so important for people to be able to trust you and know that you're doing that you're going to do the right thing, and they can get what they paid for and get a quality product. And
right, because almost always reputation and trust is the biggest key to having a successful business. If you have a product that people want.
Right.
Great. Is there anything else that you want to share with the students about ethics, or maybe even just the types of small things that on a day-to-day basis a company might have to deal with, or a person starting a tech business?
Well, you really have to make those decisions all the time, from the time you answer the phone to writing a proposal and being truthful about what you put in your proposal, to doing the work the right way and being honest and fair. It shouldn't be a difficult choice.
Right.
It's, I guess sometimes it is, especially when they're large and could potentially cost a lot of money. But
And what about reasons why someone might consider going into the technology, a high-tech career?
Well, it's not going anywhere. Technology is part of driving a car all the way to, finding cures for diseases, and it requires a huge workforce of people to not only maintain the systems, but to create new software and make sure everything is secure. It's going to be around, and it's exciting, and it changes all of the time. I feel very fortunate that we chose this field because we learn new stuff every day, and there's a lot of money to be made in technology, both individually and as a business, if you're ethical.
Right, great. Is there anything else that you want to share before we say thanks for joining us and join us in
I don't
January?
think so, but see you at the Shark Tank.
Yeah, great. We'll see you at the Shark Tank.